Chaotic scenes have erupted at the start of the EFF march from centre north of Johannesburg to Eskom headquarters in Sunning Hill. Hundreds of EFF supporters clashing with the Johannesburg Metro Police over the dedicated routes to Eskom, where they will hand over a memorandum of grievances to the power utilities management. The party is marching against load shedding and calls for the removal of Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan from office. For more on the story, let's cross live to our colleague Samkele Maseko, who is there right now. Samkelo, once again, what is the latest?
Indeed, at this point in time, EFF members are trickling into the park here where the march will be kicking off from. I was just trying to get the attention of the Secretary General of the EFF to just respond on those issues that being spoken by the EFF, one may say current leader or ordinary member now, Mandisa Mashiko of Gauteng. But I'm going to bring in the ATM, the African Transformation Movement, who are also here at this EFF march as to why they've decided to support the EFF on this particular march. Mr. Violetu, why is it important that the ATM join this particular march to Eskom?
This march is about the people of South Africa, because it is the people of South Africa who are struggling with load shedding. It is the people of South Africa who bear the brunt of the mismanagement of Eskom. And as a political party that has the best interests of the people at heart, we saw it fit that we need to support the EFF, because the call that they've made today is a call in the best interest of our country.
What are some of the issues as the ATM have with this particular power utility, and why did you deem it fit? What are some of the issues that you and the EFF agree on when it comes to the issue of the power utility?
Look, when you speak about the IPPs, it is semi-privatization of Eskom, because you can't have a state whereby you take the well-off municipalities as well as the mines and you say the independent power producers must produce, or they must give the power to those municipalities, and you are clubbing the poor municipalities with the poor Eskom, because what you'll do in the longer run is that the Eskom revenue, which now they currently get from these mines as well as these municipalities, they won't be able to get in the future. That will lead to the collapse of Eskom, and power generation in our country cannot be in private hands. It needs to be in the hands of the state.
What are some of the issues that you will be raising in the National Assembly when it comes to the issues of the power utility, Eskom, and its generation, and breaking it up into various divisions?
We do not agree on the breaking of Eskom into separate divisions. What is critical is that the suppliers that supply Eskom, we must look into what are the prices that they are charging. For example, Glencore and Exaro, they are charging above 1,000 rands per ton, whereas the NESA prices about 300 rands per ton. That is the real crux of the problem, that we cannot solve this problem without addressing the overpricing of Eskom. So those are the facts that we as South Africans need to attend to.
What can South Africans read to this newly found relationship of yours and the EFF, judging that you have your own history with allegations that you helped set up by some within the governing party?
Look, ATM was never formed by anyone in the governing party. Secondly, what we have here currently, and it's something that South Africans must appreciate, is that political parties as well as other organizations from different fronts are coming together and putting their country first. So that is the kind of relationship that we should have in future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Violet. I'm going to ask my colleague Tulo Munara just to try and remove the camera from the tripod as we try and move towards Marshal Dlamini, the Secretary General of the Economic Freedom Fighters, to pose those questions of Mandisa Mashiko and what she has just revealed now to our colleague, that would be Chriselle Lewis there in Randburg at the Magistrates Court with the case involving Adam Ketsovelos. So we are going to move towards the Secretary General of the EFF now. That would be Marshal Dlamini, who is the custodian of the party EFF and what they stand for. He is the one who's responsible for the mobilization of this particular program of marching towards Eskom, which is a conference resolution at NASREC to speak issues of transformation of the financial sector and the power utility. You can see DOR officers here and the various police officers who have also gathered that there is safety within this particular rally of the EFF and march to Eskom. You can see their regalia here. I'm going to be ambushing here Marshal Dlamini, the Secretary General of the EFF SG. Mandisa Mashiko, your leader in Gauteng, says she's got some issues with the EFF, which she's discussing with you. What are those issues?
Discussing with someone else, we'll wait for those issues, then we'll deal with them.
What are those? Because she says that there are some issues that she's discussing with the EFF. She can't confirm whether she's still the leader of the EFF or not in the province, but as it stands, she's still the member. In fact, to quote her, I'm still the EFF leader for now. For now. End of quote.
Yes, that's a story, and it remains a story. So at leadership level, there's nothing to comment about. There are a lot of members of the EFF, so when you meet them on the site and say they are still members of the EFF, there isn't much. We're an organization, we process issues. So until those issues they come to our table and they are processed at a leadership level, that's when we can be able to respond. Otherwise, we're going to interview everyone here, and then they're going to tell you that, yeah, I'm a member, but I've got issues. Until those are done with us, that's the only time we'll be able to respond. But I know that we've got a meeting on Monday, which we deal with daily issues of running the EFF. If it's brought to our attention, at that time we'll process it and we'll respond. So now we're just focusing on the match. That's what we are here to do. So we don't want to be defocused by anything else.
Mr. Dlamini, last question on this issue. So you are saying that there are some matters that are being raised in not a proper platform, but as the custodian of the organization, the Secretary General, have you received any correspondence from Ms. Mashiko on this particular matter of her grievances with the party or her resignation?
No, I'm saying to you, she said that to you, that there are issues that she's got. I'm saying, I've not spoken to her to raise those issues, but I'm saying when issues of that nature come, obviously they will go and the leadership will sit and process those issues. For now, it's her word. She's saying she's got issues. Until those issues they come to our table, there's nothing much we can do about them.
At this point in time, has any letter of correspondence been sent from her side to yourselves or resignation received?
We'll process everything on Monday. The letter, if there's letter that has been sent, when I'm here, I can't have access to it. Now we're just focusing on the match. Then on Monday, we'll sit as a leadership, the work council that runs the day-to-day issues of the EFF. They process all those issues, and I'm sure she knows where to send those issues. If there are any issues, because I've not spoken to her. So even the issue that you are saying, things are dealing with in her and the EFF, but she remains a member, the thing that she discussed with you, not with us. So until those things they come to our table, and we'll process them at the right moment within the structures of the EFF, which is the work council that deals with the day-to-day running of the organization.
Where wasn't she at the State of the Province address on Tuesday?
She was not there, but I don't have the report of everyone in the entire country. I've got MPs in the entire country. So it's only through those meetings where I get a report as the SG to say who was there, who was not there. So we run an organization in a proper and orderly manner. So until I get that on Monday to say meetings, I'll be able to respond.
At this point in time, she's still the leader of the EFF in Gauteng.
Yeah, that's what is still the leader of the EFF Gauteng until such time an announcement has been made by the organization. As she said to you, she's still a member. So members, they are all here. We hope to see each and every member of the EFF here.
Is she coming?
I don't know. I don't speak to Mandisa every day. I'm running the organization WAPIS. So I don't speak to her every day or police her movements. So if she's here, she's a member, there's no crisis. So, but we don't police each and every member. We just run the programs of the organization, and that's how we move.
The EFF speaking on that particular issue involving what may say the member of the EFF. For now, in her own words, Mandisa Mashiko speaking to our own Griselda Lewis in Randburg.
Not a fantastic line, but we got the gist. Samkele Maseko there. Thank you so much for wrapping up that story for us.